Everyone wants to get promoted, but if you're a senior leader, there is an unusual checklist of things that you need to be aware of for you to get promoted. So let's go over some of those things that I learned recently. So the biggest thing is if you want to get promoted, let's say from a senior manager to a director, you need to have someone who can take your role in your team right now, meaning replace you. If no one can replace you, then how will you get promoted and still run your team? That's a pretty important thing that I realized in one of my coaching sessions from my mentor. Think about it, very important. If let's say you get promoted from a senior manager to a director, but your whole team deeply needs you to be effective because you are a great manager, then you can't really get promoted. So you need to have your team set up in such a way that there's someone who can step up and replace you. Very important. Unless you have that, very low chances of you as a senior leader getting promoted even more. The other thing that's not intuitive is when you ask for promotion, have you validated that there is a role for that director in your team? Because there may not be enough scope of work for a director for that role that you're looking for. There may not be enough need for the team or the company to invest in a new director for that role for promoting you, because there's only enough amount of work that that role needs. So if there is not enough opportunity at a director level for the role that you're looking for, then the chances of getting promoted are very low. And the other piece is, are you really ready? Are you actually operating at a director level for a few months before you ask? Because unless you're already operating at that level, it's going to be very hard for them to make a case for promoting you. So there needs to be a role. You need to be able to be replaceable, and you should be ready. And then the final unusual thing is you need to think about you getting promoted from your leader's lens. Put yourself in their shoes. What would they need? Would they promote you because you want to get promoted? No. They'd promote you if you're trying to solve one of their important problems. So if you take on big responsibility that's important for them and that you can prove over time that you can do it, then the chances of them promoting you is higher. So consistency over time and trust with your senior leaders by demonstrating experience and actual work is super essential to get promoted. There are many reasons everyone has for getting promoted, but these are unusual checklist of items that I realized recently, which I wanted to share. So you got to be able to be replaceable. There needs to be a role, a demand in that team for someone to focus on that. If not, you need to, as a senior engineer, senior leader, create that role by taking on bigger roles and responsibilities. And you need to be ready. You got to be able to demonstrate and already act in that way. And you need to have trust and take on big responsibility from your manager so that they could promote you. Thanks. Bye.